Understanding, to bear the brunt, a deep dive into English idioms. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel, where we explore the fascinating world of the English language. Today, we're diving into a very interesting phrase, to bear the brunt. Have you ever heard someone say it and wondered what it truly means? Well, you're in the right place. Let's unpack this expression together, understand its origins, and see how it's used in everyday English. Stay tuned to master another piece of the English language puzzle. The phrase, to bear the brunt, is used to describe experiencing the main force or impact of a negative situation or the worst part of something difficult. When someone bears the brunt, they are facing the most intense or harmful part of an attack, criticism, hardship, or responsibility. It's often used in situations where someone is disproportionately affected by something negative. To fully appreciate any idiom, it's helpful to know where it comes from. The term brunt originally meant the main blow or impact of a physical attack, dating back to military contexts in medieval times. Over the years, the phrase evolved to include non-physical impacts, such as criticism or economic downturns. The word bear, in this context, means to carry or to support. So, when put together, to bear the brunt literally means to carry or support the main impact. Let's see how to bear the brunt is used with some examples. After the company's merger, the employees in the smaller office bore the brunt of the layoffs. During the storm, the coastal areas bore the brunt of the damage. As the oldest sibling, she often bears the brunt of her younger siblings' mischief. These examples show how versatile the phrase is, being applicable to various situations from natural disasters to personal responsibilities. Incorporating idioms like to bear the brunt into your speech can make your English sound more natural and expressive. Here are a few tips. Use it when describing situations where someone or something is facing the majority of a negative impact. It's suitable for both formal and informal contexts, but consider your audience and the tone of the conversation. Practice by making your own sentences or try to think of situations in your life where you or someone else had to bear the brunt of something. Thank you for joining us in today's exploration of to bear the brunt. We hope this deep dive not only added a new phrase to your English repertoire but also gave you insight into how idioms reflect the history and culture of language. Remember, language learning is a journey, and every new phrase you master is a step forward. Keep practicing, and don't hesitate to use to bear the brunt when the situation calls for it. Until next time, happy learning!